Real quick before the video starts, I have a new channel based around green text stories on 4chan, and I'll be uploading videos daily over there. If you're interested, I'll leave a link to the channel in the description. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Michael, and we're going to be getting right back into some more Reddit stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's begin. This story was posted by a throwaway account in the relationship advice subreddit. The post is titled, "My husband is cheating on me, but I don't know if I can blame him. Hear me out. I needed to get this off my chest. I am a 35-year-old woman and he is a 37-year-old man. We have two adorable children aged 5 and 9. We have been married for 12 years. Within these 12 years, we have lost many of our relatives and friends, lost ourselves, and grew together. I wanted to enhance my career, and my husband helped me tremendously with that. He sold his business to help with the kids while I worked my job. It also helped us pay off our house loan. He became a full-time stay-at-home dad while I worked outside. It was rough for me too, having to work in a male-dominated workforce while ensuring everything was okay. Without him, I could not have done this. I lost both of my parents in 2020 and 2021 respectively, and he lost his mother in 2021. Both of us were depressed, combined with him not being able to vent. I am an extrovert and had a lot of friends to talk to, but he did not. During October, he met a single mom from our kids' school, and they began chatting casually. Let's call her S in this post. I began to spend more and more time outside for work and venting to friends. It was like a drug to me. I forgot the fact that I was neglecting someone and that someone was my husband. I denied him sex. At times, I used to belittle him and argue. There were a lot of things going on in my mind at that time, coupled with the fact I lost my parents, was depressed, and was too deep in an adrenaline rush. In December, it was our 5-year-old's birthday, but I had an urgent meeting. I know many of you are going to hate me for this, but I am up for a promotion this year, and I really needed to attend that meeting. I wrapped up my meeting and was heading home when I found out one of my friends had an accident and I was needed. I drove there and was late for my child's birthday. That night, we got into a huge argument where he told me I needed to get over my parents. I yelled back at him and said very hurtful things. I told him he needed to man up because I was the one earning. It threw him off a little and he stormed out of the house. He returned the next day and we both apologized to each other, ultimately deciding to give us another shot. It was the first time we were intimate in months. He told me he loved me. During Christmas week, the guy who had an accident passed away. I was devastated because he was a childhood friend of mine. It plunged me further into depression. My husband wanted to help me, but I yelled at him again. In the new year, I ruined his and our children's because of my stupid action, which was to hang out with a friend of mine who had returned to the country after 3 years. I ended up spending the night at her place. The first week of January, I saw him being distant, and on the 8th of January, he gave me the divorce papers, blindsiding me. I asked why. He told me he does not know who I am. I was not the person he thought I was. I changed, and for the worse. I do not ever talk to him. True. We were not intimate. True. I belittled him at every step, even though the sacrifices he made led us here. True. He wants someone to grow old with, not someone who yells at him and demeans him, neglects family. True. He wants us to go separate ways so we can both be happy. He does not think I'm happy. Lie. He is tired of being a doormat and of me making him feel insecure. Lie. I never said anything to hurt him. I made a mistake because I was stressed out and yelled at him. It was awful for him and me too. I was not the person I used to be. Then he told me the truth about wanting a divorce. The day we got into an argument, he stormed out and went to S's house. They slept together. He confessed they both have feelings for each other, and it was the only time they did. He offered me his phone, passwords, accounts, everything. It was an emotional connection that turned physical just once. He told me he was broken and she mended him. He told me he is sorry, but that he has a right to happiness too. I told him I want to work on us, do couples therapy, and quit my job. I love this man, but he is done. He told me he will move out and I can keep the house. Had I been a good spouse and partner to him, it would not have happened. It is a dead end for us. I love him, but I need to let him go for his own happiness. Update. Backstory is in my profile. It has been 5 days since I signed the papers. We are civil. It is a consensual divorce and hence should not take more than 4 to 5 weeks. He offered me the house, he will move out. He will have primary custody of our kids because he was present for them. I was not most of the time. The custody arrangement is going to take some time, but otherwise we are good. 2 nights ago, we sat down and just broke down. We told each other how we feel and apologized to each other. I told him I was sorry I could not be a dutiful wife. It was good. I love this man more than I love myself, but between our everyday life I got lost. So lost that I forgot him. I told him I will not wish him the best because he is the best. I also talked to S. She apologized for what happened and assured me that it was consensual, a one-time thing, and that they are both attracted to each other. She told me it was very shameful of her and knows I cannot forgive her, and she is sorry nonetheless. I told her to take care of him because he is a wonderful soul. I am seeing a therapist right now. It is awful. I have learned many of my flaws and have to work on them. There is a lot still to uncover, but for now I have accepted what I did. It is not easy, but I paved the way for my husband to cheat. It was me who put him on this road. We also plan to sit and tell our kids during the final week. They do not know much except that mommy and daddy are going through a rough patch because daddy did something mommy hated. Apart from this, it is okay-ish. I have mental breakdowns at my work and I have met a few friends. They understand what I am going through, but they are angry at me, which is understandable and rightfully so. I do not know why I am typing this except for me to get it off my chest. I love this man and I have treated him horribly. There is no excuse for that. Cheating was his fault and I cannot change that, but I can change myself for the better. Our marriage is finally coming to an end and I feel numb. Absolutely numb. Only God knows what he has for me on the road ahead. Edit, guys, enough. I am not looking for sympathy. I know I messed up. I destroyed my marriage, I lost my husband, my self-esteem, my kids, my family. Within 2 months, I realized how much I have lost. I have been diagnosed with bipolar 2 and I have become emotionally distant and abusive. I acknowledge that. It is not pretty. I need to work on myself. I get that. I am not throwing my husband under the bus or trying to paint him as the bad guy. We are getting divorced. He is ending the marriage with me and there is no greater punishment for me right now. I need time to swallow this, so even though I deserve all the hate, please just do not. I need time to recover. Nightshade Realm said, in no way can I condone cheating, but being abusive does not make OP smell any better in this. I hope she was able to figure out a way to phrase it to the kids and that she and her ex worked out a way to best explain both their shortcomings in the marriage for when the kids get older and inevitably ask. Wife of Bath said, neither one of these people even attempted to mend the relationship. They are both to blame in my opinion. I will take the downvotes if you all feel that is necessary. I did not see either one of them trying. If her husband was so miserable, he could have left. Instead, he betrayed her and the vows he made. We all know how OP messed up, so I will not list those reasons. It is just 2 people who gave up on each other. This next story was made in the same subreddit by another throwaway account. The post is titled, I just broke off my engagement with my fiance. He told me he wasn't ready when proposing. We're going to therapy, but I feel like I gave up already. So I'm a 24-year-old woman and my fiance is a 26-year-old man. We have been together for 6 years, living together for 2 years, and engaged for 1 year and 2 months. We have been a really great couple with the same sense of humor, common interests, and we enjoy the same things. We are basically one person at this point. I thought we had great communication, but it turns out I was wrong. The one thing is, I feel like his mother, he takes no initiative. He does not initiate physical contact. Not even mentioning sex here, but it is a bigger problem. No initiative makes me feel really unattractive. He will not ask me out on dates, will not hug me or cuddle with me until I ask. So I do it all. I arrange dates, try to get closer, try to communicate more, decide what we do and where we go out, etc. Basically, he comes home from work, which is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, takes out his laptop and just does whatever, probably just plays games. Then we fold laundry while watching a television show and go to sleep. Pretty much just living like flatmates or like a very old married couple. I tried to talk to him about it, but he would always say he would try to do better and he would for 2 to 3 months. Then things would go back to how they were. But here is what broke me. On Monday, I started the conversation again, tried to get him to act and get us couple counseling. Well, we started talking about how he never mentioned getting married since the proposal. I started looking for wedding venues. I drove us to one and suggested we book it. He said he would rather see more before making a decision. I asked him to look for something and we could go check it out. He admitted now that he did not even Google that since September, and he basically told me he proposed because he felt like I expected or wanted it, while he was not 100% ready. I took the ring off, saying it feels like a lie because it meant something different to him than to me, and he took it and said, I promise I will give it to you when I am ready. So he was not ready 14 months ago. During those months, nothing changed, and he still is not ready to be engaged. I have loved this man for 6 years, but now it turns out he proposed because he had to, still had doubts, and let me look for wedding stuff, create Pinterest boards, and make guest lists while knowing it was all built on a lie. It feels like I proposed to myself while he just stood by and watched. We have couples therapy today. He booked it on Monday, but now I have no idea what to do. I agreed because I wanted us to work out the initiative thing, but that was before I found out he did not really want to be engaged. I am going there today and I feel like I am lying to him because I do not think I can continue this relationship after what he did. He is trying hard to take initiative again and be closer to me, but it feels like it is too late. How can I handle this? I am giving him hope with this therapy while considering breaking things off because of the engagement thing. Can I forgive this and move on? Update. I figured I would post an update to this. I read many comments and they really helped me. Thank you for sharing your experiences. That opened my eyes. So yeah, to sum it up, he was not ready when proposing. He will not admit it, but I am pretty sure it was a shut up ring, which is sad because I never really cared about marriage in the first place. Now, we went to therapy. I said the same things I had written in the previous post. He struggled to answer any questions and did not really say anything he had not before. The therapist suggested we could try living separately, but I think she could tell we were going to break up soon. I took a few days to think, but finally broke up with him about a week after writing the first post, and it kind of broke me to see his reaction. At first, he was really dramatic, constantly trying to make himself the victim. Something about us being a ship that is sinking, him about to jump and give up, but still holding on tightly. He accused me of not giving him the chance now that he actually wants to do something and change. I had to remind him a few times that he is the one who broke my heart first, that he lied for months and took the ring back. Then more dramatics, crying, etc. But the next day, everything was normal. He behaved like nothing happened. No more fighting for the relationship or even being hurt. He said, we are going to be good friends, and acted like nothing happened. Over the next few days, I would occasionally get comments like, if anyone asks what happened, I cannot say we broke up. I have to say you broke my heart and left me, or at least you stopped pretending you love me. Other than that, no crying, no arguments. He acted as usual. It just broke my heart again to see how he did not even try, that he really did not care much. I should not be surprised really, yet here we are. I asked him 3 times to move out and gave him a deadline of 2 weeks. So 3 weeks since he took the ring back. He acted hurt and said, wow, I did not expect you would want to get rid of me so soon, but did not really start looking. You know what actually made him get a flat and leave? My parents telling him to leave because he lived here in their home this whole time without paying any bills. They took him in like a son. They told him to pack his things and never come back. Since then, he has been acting offended that they treated him like that and that he had to leave. He moved out yesterday. I helped him with the move. I am on my own now after 6.5 years with that one man. New year, new me, I guess, but yeah, thanks to everyone who commented and read my story. Honestly, I would love some encouragement. It feels like a part has been ripped from me and I need to know this feeling will go away. P.S. He found the first post and read the comments. He wanted to post his own comment to show his side of things, but thankfully gave up. The Jackpot said, I think it is safe to say that if you feel like his mother, maybe more than one thing is wrong there. Cloudy Ammonia said, the sheer audacity of this guy. I am going to have to tell people you broke my heart and left me. Last week, he did not even want to be engaged. Fuck off. This third post was made in the relationship subreddit by a user named It's Gonna Be Courthouse. The post is titled, "My coworker often interjects his opinion on my soon-to-be wedding. My fiance and I have been together for 10 years and decided to tie the knot this upcoming summer. I have this coworker who does not listen at all. It is his way or not at all. My coworker Jack has assigned himself to be our florist after overhearing my conversation with my friend. He mentioned that he used to be a florist before working at our store. I never asked Jack to be our florist. I have politely told him no. We already have our flowers arranged. He asked where we are getting married. I told him courthouse. He gasped and acted all dramatic about it, muttering that it was not romantic enough. We haven't talked since then. Now, since it is Valentine's Day, Jack brings up the flower thing again since he was working in the floral section of our grocery store. I told him again that we already had our flowers. It was in one ear and out the other. He kept talking about how he was excited for my big day and that the flowers were going to be so pretty, etc. I have walked away and pretty much haven't said anything about my wedding to anyone because this guy just does not get it. I am fed up and have been avoiding Jack because that is all he wants to talk about. I have told him no so many times. What else can I do? Update. Hello, thank you all for the comments. I know it has been almost 2 weeks since my last post. Some of you offered some great advice. Again, thank you. So here is what happened since my last post. I went back to work the next day and Jack was off. It was blissful. I did not see him the rest of the week because he went back to Montana to see some family. I only knew his whereabouts because another coworker felt the need to inform me. Anyway, Jack got back that weekend and on Monday he ran into me as we clocked in. Immediately, he began to describe Montana. His sister was getting married in a small wedding. The colors, the flowers. I expressed my congratulations to his sister and started heading to my department. We did not see each other until lunch break. I was sitting down enjoying my leftovers when Jack came over and started on what he had in mind for my wedding, even so far as mentioning price brackets. I put up my hand and told him to stop. I told him that my fiance and I are having a courthouse wedding. It may not be romantic in his eyes, but it is what we want to do and what we are looking forward to doing. I also told him that he needs to drop the subject as we are not changing our minds. He started apologizing and said that he did not realize that I was serious about the courthouse. I just shook my head and told Jack again to stop talking about it before I walked away from him. Yesterday, I heard from another coworker that Jack was upset and did not mean to cross lines with me. At this point, I do not care. I said my piece and am super happy that I stood my ground. I will keep doing this too because it feels good not to be a doormat. I should have done this sooner. Thank you again. Dryad Duanath said, "The idea that you cannot tell your coworkers you are getting married without expecting them to assign themselves as your florist is not the strangest thing I have seen someone suggest in the comments on Reddit, but it is certainly up there." Heyo Meatballs said, "Weddings do not have to be a big bank-busting blowout to be beautiful." Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video, and thank you also to partner of the channel, Gamersubs. Use code DLAM to support the channel and get 10% off of your purchase, link in the description. I'm sure many of you like me have a hankering for daily caffeine, so go check them out. Lately, I've been a big fan of Titty Milk and Acid Rain, but they've got dozens of other flavors for y'all to try out. Anyway, thanks again for reaching the end, and I hope you all have an amazing passage of the next 24 hours.